What if I told you that in 2024, Indian tourists are being systematically turned away from hotels across Asia, not because of money, not because of availability, but because of something much deeper? Something that goes back centuries and touches the very core of cultural psychology and religious tensions most people don't even know exist? Today, we're exposing a hidden discrimination that's happening right now in some of Asia's most popular tourist destinations. And the reasons behind it? They'll shock you. Picture this scenario. You're an Indian family. You've saved up for months for that dream vacation to Bali or Thailand. You book online, everything looks perfect. But when you arrive at the hotel, suddenly there's no room available. This isn't just bad luck. According to a 2023 survey by the Asian Tourism Research Institute, nearly 23% of Indian travelers reported being turned away from pre-booked accommodations across Southeast Asia. That's almost 1 in 4 travelers. But here's where it gets interesting and disturbing. These same hotels magically have rooms available when bookings are made using Western names or by non-Indian travelers. So what's really going on here? The answer lies in centuries-old cultural psychology that most people have never heard about. To understand this, we need to go back in time. Way back. During British colonial rule, there was a deliberate psychological strategy called divide and rule. The British didn't just control territories, they controlled minds. They created hierarchies between different Asian communities, often positioning Indians as middlemen in colonial economies across Southeast Asia. This created what psychologists call horizontal hostility, when oppressed groups turn against each other instead of the actual oppressor. It's the same psychological mechanism we see in workplace bullying or even family dynamics. Fast forward to today. Many Southeast Asian hotel owners and managers still carry these inherited biases. But they've added modern justifications. They claim Indian tourists are difficult, demanding, or don't tip well. But here's the fascinating part. Research by Dr. Sarah Chen at Bangkok University shows that these stereotypes are completely fabricated. Indian tourists actually spend 15% more on average than other Asian tourists and have complaint rates lower than the regional average. So if the stereotypes aren't true, why do they persist? Here's where it gets really complex. This isn't just about colonial psychology, there's a religious layer most people miss completely. In many Southeast Asian Buddhist communities, there's an unconscious religious superiority complex. Buddhism is often seen as the pure path, while Hinduism, practiced by majority of Indians, is viewed as ritualistic or superstitious. This creates what religious psychologists call spiritual othering. It's not violent or aggressive, but it's exclusionary. Indian tourists aren't just seen as foreign, they're seen as spiritually foreign. I've spoken to hotel managers in Thailand who genuinely believe that Hindu prayers or rituals might disturb the energy of their Buddhist establishments. They don't see this as discrimination, they see it as spiritual protection. The psychology here is subtle but powerful. When you combine colonial-era hierarchies with religious othering, you create what sociologists call invisible discrimination. It's systemic, it's normalized, and most importantly, it's completely deniable. Hotel managers genuinely don't see themselves as racist. They see themselves as custodians of their cultural space. So what's being done about this? Surprisingly little. The tourism industry operates in a gray zone where customer refusal is often legal if not explicitly stated. But awareness is growing. Indian tourism boards have begun quiet diplomatic pressure. Some hotels are implementing blind booking systems. And travelers are increasingly documenting and sharing these experiences online. The real takeaway here isn't just about tourism, it's about how history shapes the present in ways we don't even realize. Centuries-old colonial psychology combined with religious biases doesn't just affect hotel bookings. It affects how entire communities see each other, how opportunities are distributed, and how power flows through society. Until we understand these invisible mechanisms, discrimination will keep evolving, adapting, and hiding in plain sight. The question isn't whether this is happening, it's why we've collectively decided to ignore it.